Oh dear, broken controller or broken truck? Let's have a look, see what's going on. Hi, welcome back to St Blazey Model World. Well, it's a lovely day out there and I was hoping to take my remote control Scania truck outside for a bit of a play. That's the beast there. You'll recognise it if you're a regular to the channel. It's part of my banner setup, and I've also done a video on this vehicle as well, this model. This Tamiya 1/14 remote control scale. Beautiful thing, lovely toy, and I was hoping to have a bit of a play today. I turned the truck on and that responded, and then I went to the Carson remote control unit. This is it here. Turned it on, which is this switch here. Flip that up and we should get a blue light here. Obviously that's not happening. Replace the batteries, but still no joy. So as a first step, we're just giving the battery on the remote control truck itself a quick charge. It hadn't been used for a while. It did turn on, but we'll just give that a bit of a blast, make sure it's okay. And while it's charging, I'll just show you where it lives. Plugs in, of course, underneath. Lives in that black cradle that you can see there. And that's that. And then once you turn on the remote control, obviously the remote control and the truck communicate. Well, that's what should happen. And away you go. So, new set of batteries in this remote controller. While the battery on the truck is recharging, we're just going to do one or two basic tests. Okay, so 4 of these batteries, they're here in the UK, they're known as AA batteries, 1.5 volts each. And having checked them all on the multimeter, they're kicking out 1.3 volts, near enough, certainly not low enough to stop the remote control even turning on. I've just checked another set of batteries that I have, slightly different brand, and they're kicking out 1.5 volts each, which is bang on. So we'll put those in and just see if that makes a difference. So there they are, all installed, 4 of them. I'll flip it over, and as you can see, still no blue light, so something's going wrong in here, quite probably. We'll just wait for this battery to charge up. We'll give it another half hour or so, and then we'll come back to you. So now a period of time has passed, and I'm satisfied that the battery that goes onto the truck has been fully charged. I did just put a multimeter across it before I refitted it in the truck, and that leads us, of course, back to this remote control unit. So with all of the batteries installed, I'll just turn this over, there they are. I did put a multimeter across the 2 terminals here, positive, negative, just to make sure I was getting the exact voltage that I expected from the fully charged batteries. And of course you would do, because it hasn't gone through the on-off switch for this remote control unit at that point. Just follow the wires through, and here is the positive going, no it isn't, wrong one, there it is. There's the positive, goes into the switch there, comes out the other side just here, and of course the negative is off and away onto this circuit board via the plug here. I did briefly try some contact spray cleaner, and this is the one I use. I use it for automotive work and for all sorts of other things. This is WD-40, that's the brand. Please don't confuse this with what I would call bog standard WD-40. This is fast drying contact cleaner, and this is for anything, particularly electrical components, where you want to clean them, but it evaporates off eventually, and it's a good cleaner for that type of application. So I sprayed the switch from the front side of the remote control unit, just there, and then I unscrewed 2 screws, one there, one just above it there, and that released the power switch, and I gave that a spray as well. And now when we turn the power switch on, you should see a blue light coming on. And there it is. On, off, on, off. And so the switch itself, which I initially thought might be the cause of the problem, is actually okay. So let's just pop this switch back into place, and I'll turn we'll screw it all back together. I'll turn the remote control over, and you can see what I believe to be the actual cause of this problem. So there we are, the switch has now been screwed back into the casing, and you can see the 2 screws involved, one just here hiding under that wire and one there. So we'll turn the unit back over now, and you can see that the switch doesn't actually protrude past its moulding in this case that forms the main body of the control unit. But if I get a screwdriver and actually work this switch, I'm hoping it's going to come on. And there it is. The blue light means all is well. And we'll just try that once more. Turn it off, on, and off again. And what I think had actually happened is that to allow the switch to be worked, they supply you with this piece of plastic which is built into the controller, and it sits there over the switch, and that fits into this moulding that you can see on the back here. And I think that this had worn, or for some reason wasn't moving the switch fully, and that's why when I tried to turn the controller on, and I believed I had turned it on, the switch hadn't actually moved properly to the upward position. And that's all I think the fault was. Well, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to leave this off. I don't need it, and anything that's ever on me, my car keys or door keys, even a small screwdriver, anything else, I'll be able to move that switch to the onward position. And I think this piece, where something's clearly gone wrong, with maybe those clips you can see here on the back of this moulding have stretched, that's just going to sit in a box of spare bits. Interesting little problem that was. I was on the verge of thinking that I might need to order a new controller. There we are, just goes to show, a bit of investigation, and we found out the cause of the problem and saved some money in the process. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it useful and informative. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up. Please feel free to leave a comment, of course, as always. Remember to subscribe, and if you do subscribe, hit the bell icon and you won't miss a single video that we release from the channel. All that remains now is for me to put this case back together and wait for the sunshine to return, and then I can start enjoying my Tamiya 1/14 scale remote control truck once again. That's it. Bye for now.